So my name is Sandra. I'm from Dublin in Ireland, and I got meningitis, bacterial meningitis, when I was 18 months old.
My name's Paul. At the age of 25, I contracted meningococcal septicemia, meningitis B.
I'm Suzanne Jakes. In 2015, in November, I got meningitis and septicemia.
So I'm Chris Bolt. I caught pneumococcal meningitis in July 1991, so that's 30 years ago now.
My after effects for meningitis are depression, speech impairment, fatigue, headaches that can last 2 or 3 days.
I lost my hearing in my right ear, so I'm profoundly deaf in my right ear, and I have a high frequency loss in my left ear.
I have tinnitus, which can be really annoying sometimes.
Other kind of after effects have been sort of tiredness, fatigue, and sensitivity to light. So I would get quite a lot of headaches as well, just from the trying to readjust to the light in a room.
The main after effect for me that has caused me the most grief and triggered various others has been my speech. On a day-to-day basis, I have to repeat myself an awful lot, which can become very tiring. Quite early on, I think it set off my depression because suddenly I couldn't be understood, or felt I couldn't be understood.
Recurrent periods, bouts of fairly debilitating fatigue, vertigo, dizziness, nausea, aversion to light, sensitivity to noise, mood swings, periods of depression, irritability, irritable bowel, irritable skin, tinnitus, confusion, often referred to as brain fog, poor concentration, memory loss.
It's literally like someone has split my body completely, and on the right side is the sensory loss, and on the left side is the normal. And it was kind of hard for people to believe me that I'm saying I've got sensory loss on this side of my body.
None of those are life-threatening. None of those are in themselves, terribly serious. But as a combination, at its worst, it's pretty debilitating.
In terms of side effects, the headaches, they're not as frequent. When I do get them, they're not as debilitating. That's taken quite a few years to get to that point.
Initial recovery, I think, was about 12 to 18 months. And then a long period of not knowing much about it and gradually exploring it, finding out more. And then over the years, it's the episodes are less serious and don't last as long, and I've certainly got better at dealing with it.
People who have hearing loss, there's so much increased listening effort, and then your brain is trying really, really hard to fill in all the gaps that you're not picking up due to your hearing. And then by the time you get home, you're just so tired. And I never ever realised that until I was much, much older.
Mental health issues after having had meningitis were quite hard on me. Getting to terms with the way I speak after effects has been really quite tough.
When you have a hearing loss, it can become a very kind of isolating experience to go through. And, you can try your absolute best to keep them involved in conversation with people and try and keep on top of what people are saying. But I feel especially growing up as well, there were just times where, you just give up.
Your self-esteem goes somewhat, and my confidence went.
My friend had lost her daughter to meningitis, her 4-year-old daughter, and I didn't know until I had meningitis. And obviously that dawned on me for quite a bit, because I was like, well, how did I survive and she didn't survive? And I felt really guilt for that for a long time.